Ever seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge? It's an incredible film about Desmond Doss, a combat medic who saved 75 lives without ever carrying a weapon. But the battle he was in, the Battle of Okinawa, was one of the largest and deadliest of World War II. The real history behind the movie is just as staggering. Let's dive into Operation Iceberg, the massive military campaign that unfolded on that small island in 1945. The battle began on April 1st, 1945. Codenamed Operation Iceberg, it was the largest amphibious assault in the Pacific War. The American objective was to capture Okinawa, a strategically vital island just 340 miles from mainland Japan. Securing it would provide a crucial airbase for the planned invasion of Japan itself. Over 180,000 U.S. troops from the Army and Marine Corps were deployed for the ground invasion, supported by a massive naval fleet of over 1,300 ships. Unlike previous island-hopping campaigns where the Japanese often defended the beaches, their strategy on Okinawa was different. Lieutenant General Mitsuru Ushijima, the commander of the Japanese forces, decided to let the Americans land with little opposition. He knew a direct confrontation on the beaches would be a losing fight. Instead, he pulled his 100,000 troops inland into a complex and deeply fortified network of caves, tunnels, and pillboxes built into the island's rugged southern terrain. His plan was to wage a brutal war of attrition, hoping to inflict so many casualties that the Allies would lose their will to invade Japan. The fighting was savage and relentless. American forces advanced yard by yard against ferocious resistance. The Japanese defenders, hidden in their underground fortresses, fought with incredible determination. One of the most infamous and heavily defended locations was the Maeda Escarpment, better known as Hacksaw Ridge. This sheer 400-foot cliff was a key point in Japan's Shuri line of defense. As shown in the film, American soldiers had to climb rope ladders to reach the top, directly into a storm of machine gun fire and mortar. The battle for Hacksaw Ridge was a brutal back-and-forth struggle, with the ridge changing hands multiple times. This is where Desmond Doss performed his heroic acts, repeatedly braving the intense fire to lower wounded soldiers to safety from the top of the cliff. The battle wasn't just fought on land. At sea, the U.S. Navy faced a terrifying new threat: kamikaze attacks. These suicide planes, deliberately flown by pilots into Allied ships, were deployed in waves. Over the course of the battle, thousands of kamikaze sorties were launched, sinking dozens of ships and damaging hundreds more. It was a desperate and terrifying tactic that caused immense psychological stress and heavy casualties among naval personnel. The Battle of Okinawa lasted for 82 days, finally ending on June 22, 1945. The cost was immense. The United States suffered over 49,000 casualties, including more than 12,500 killed. It was the deadliest battle for American forces in the entire Pacific campaign. The Japanese military losses were catastrophic, with over 110,000 soldiers killed. Tragically, the civilian population of Okinawa was caught in the middle of this horrific conflict. The battle devastated the island, and it's estimated that as many as 150,000 Okinawan civilians, a third of the island's population, lost their lives. The sheer ferocity of the Battle of Okinawa, from the brutal fighting on Hacksaw Ridge to the kamikaze attacks at sea, had a profound impact on American military leaders. The staggering casualty rate heavily influenced the decision to use the atomic bomb a few months later, as it raised fears that an invasion of mainland Japan would result in unimaginable bloodshed for both sides. Hacksaw Ridge tells a powerful story of one man's faith and courage. But the larger conflict it was part of, Operation Iceberg, stands as a grim testament to the immense human cost of war. It's a chapter of history that reminds us of the sacrifices made and the profound impact of global conflict.